Subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest updates from Express Drives.
It is commonly believed that the world is a better place than it was 5 minutes ago. The rapid pace and technological advancements have made life so much easier, more convenient in fact. In the 70s and 80s, you'd need multiple keys to open and operate different compartments of the car. You need a different key for the ignition, one for the glove box, one for the boot, and one separate one for the doors. Now, however, you can control all of that in addition to many aspects with the power of your simple smartphone. Thanks to the advent of connected cars, the possibilities seem endless. While there are a few connected cars on sale in India, today we're going to talk about the Kia Seltos. Now the Seltos is a connected car because it comes with a 4G eSIM embedded into the system. What that allows it is to be connected to the internet virtually all the time. So if my car is connected to the internet and my phone is connected to the internet, I should be able to connect nearly a lot of aspects about the car from my smartphone app, which is exactly what Kia says the UVO app is meant to be. But there are many questions about the UVO app. People need to know what it can and can't do. Try and navigate through the Kia UVO app and show you what it can and can't do by taking you through the entire user interface of the app. So I have the UVO app open on my phone right now. So I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process of what all this app can do for you. Firstly, let's go to the vehicle control system. From this, you can not only check the status of your engine, your hood, your climate control, your doors, your trunk, if all of that is closed or turned on or off, in addition to your tire pressure monitors. It also tells you the range of how much fuel that you have in your car. With this system, I can also start the engine and turn it off as well, like this. And I've sent the command and it's gonna start the car right now. Another thing you can do is lock and unlock your car in a similar fashion. You send in the command, it'll go to the cloud and it'll go directly to the car, and your car will lock or unlock depending on the command you've put in. You can also preset the climate control settings before you reach the car. So your cabin is cool or hot depending on the weather condition that you prefer, and you'll have a pleasant ride as soon as you enter the cabin. One more thing that you can do remotely with the remote app is that you can, in case you've parked it in a multi-story parking or in a mall and you've forgotten exactly where you've parked it, there's an option for horn and lights. You push that button, it sends the message to the cloud, and the car starts beeping and flashing its lights completely. So it shows you where the car is and it makes it easier for you to locate the vehicle. The next thing you can do with the app is track your vehicle. You can set in parameters and they'll alert you accordingly. You can have a valet alert, which means if the valet drives it for too far, too long, or at a higher speed, you'll be alerted. Additionally, there's geofence alert. If you activate it, you can preset a radius from a point, and if the car goes beyond that, you'll be notified. Speed alert lets you set a maximum speed, and if someone else is driving your car, you'll get a notification that the car is speeding over that limit that you've set. Time fencing allows you to be notified of if the car is being driven longer than you intend it to be allowed to. In case you don't want your chauffeur or your kid to take the car out without your permission at a time that they're not supposed to, you'll get an alert for that as well. And lastly is idle alert. If the car's been kept idle for a really long time and it hasn't been moving and the engine's on, you'll still get an alert, which is really helpful in case you've turned on the car remotely and then you've forgotten about it. So the app will alert you with that. The next aspect is the vehicle health report. This tells me how many times the car has been started in that entire month, how many kilometers it's done in that month, the speed it's reported, the average speed, in addition to how long the car's been driven or even how long the car is idled. In addition to all of that, it'll tell me the health of the powertrain, the electric power steering, the tire pressure monitoring system, the airbag, the brake systems, and even the cabin air filter. Another aspect of the UVO app is the maintenance alert. The maintenance alert aspect of the app lets you know when the car has overdone the kilometers or the months that you need to change the oil or the air filter, or even things like the engine coolant, the engine oil, the fuel filter, and things like that. So in case it goes over the limit that you've already set, it'll alert you for that. So next time you're sending the car for a service, you know that has to be replaced. The tracking aspect of the app lets you track where the vehicle has started and stopped. So you can go through the calendar from the entire history of the car, and it'll tell you which day, at what time the car was started, what speed it was traveling in, and where it stopped. Another feature which is really neat about the app is that you can search for a point of interest place, let's say a restaurant or like a fuel pump or whatever. When you select that, you can send that location and the navigation to the car via the internet, and when you reach the car, it'll prompt you for a response, and if you accept, it'll guide you directly to the point that you already preset. So before you even think about setting off in the car and setting the navigation, you can do it straight from your smartphone, and you will have it ready for you once you arrive at the car. Now I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to put the nearest restaurant over here. Once we get to the car, we'll have that ready for us. Like other connected cars, the Kia Seltos also features voice commands. While Kia is still working on their AI-enabled virtual assistant, some of the features are still already available. While there may be only a few, but they still do work really well. For example,
how can I help you?
Navigation to Gurgaon.
Here are directions to Gurgaon.
Another thing that I can do is control the climate control with the voice commands. For example,
how can I help you?
I'm feeling hot.
Setting temperature to lowest.
I can also tell it I'm feeling cold.
How can I help you?
I'm feeling cold.
Increasing temperature by 2 Celsius.
So it increases and decreases the temperature accordingly by 2 Celsius. However, you can also set it to a particular temperature, like,
how can I help you?
Set temperature to 24 degrees.
Setting temperature to 24 Celsius.
There you have it. There are a few other features that you can use with the Seltos, but these are something that really work really well, and when you're driving, these are actually quite convenient to be using. The Seltos is also equipped with an air purifier, which is built in straight into the center console. So it sucks in air from the sides and it emits cleaner air from the front and the back. You can actually sense that the cabin is actually fresher. Additionally, it also comes with a fragrance function, which ensures the cabin always smells fresh every time you come to the car. And it also makes it easier to travel with your flatulent friend. Now this review is focused mainly on the UVO app, the connected features of the car, and the diesel automatic version of the Seltos. Should you wish to see a more detailed review of the Seltos with more features and space and everything else, click on the link above over here and you'll be able to see the review. Now coming to the Seltos that we're driving here today. While Kia offers 3 engines and 4 transmission options with the Seltos, we're driving the combination, which is the 1.5 litre diesel and the 6-speed torque converter automatic. The engine is very refined and it is paired well with the transmission, and it's very easy and smooth to drive, which makes it ideal for city conditions in addition to driving on the highway as well. The diesel engine offers decent amount of grunt. The torque is available from very low in the RPM band range, and which is ideal for city conditions. If you're trying to make an overtaking maneuver from a low speed, or when trying to maneuver through traffic and exploit a gap, it seems perfect to do that. However, it's not the sportiest of the combinations available with the Seltos. The transmission isn't as fast to shift as I would have liked when compared to the DCT automatic, which is available with the petrol, but it does the job really well and there's nothing that you can complain about. However, there is one gripe I have with the transmission is that on the downshifts it's a little bit jerky, but it's not something that will bother you too much when you're driving in the city. On the highway though, it still doesn't, I haven't driven it as much as I would have liked to, but I'll have to see when I get the car for a more detailed review at a later stage. When it comes to fuel economy, the Seltos with the diesel automatic, it's in the real world condition, it's delivering at about 12.6, 12.8. I haven't driven the car extensively, so currently I'm getting a fuel economy of about 12.8, 12.9. But to get a proper representative figure of fuel economy from the Seltos diesel automatic, I'll have to drive it a little more. The suspension in the diesel automatic Seltos has been tuned to be slightly on the firmer side, which obviously aids to stability. However, it doesn't bother you even on the slower bumpy roads or even if you're driving fast over bumpy surfaces. It's not an unpleasant experience driving the Seltos even with this suspension setup. It's a little firm, but it manages the bumps really well and you won't really even notice it. Even through the smaller bumps or the bigger, larger potholes, the Seltos is unfazed and it rides them with aplomb. Most modern cars these days are offered with these connectivity features. Cars like the MG Hector, the Hyundai Venue, the Elantra, and some other luxury manufacturers like BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. In the mass market models, the system has although some way to go before they become completely flawless. But the beauty of it all is that it can be updated through the internet, and your car will always keep getting new features and updates. As for the Kia Seltos diesel automatic in this HDX Plus trim, it is competitively priced at 15.99 lakhs ex-showroom. It has a lot going for itself, especially against its rivals. And if you're looking for something in this budget, a compact SUV perhaps, then this is something you should seriously consider.